And we're back on k4hd.com, spiritual coach Ari Mac. Now we're talking about how do you know when your affirmations are working? It's a good question. And it's a question that, whew, it took me a little bit of time to think about it because it's a constant ebb and flow when you're dealing with affirmations and aromatherapies and astrologies. Your five senses are going to be the first thing that you're going to notice when you're affirming for what you want. Okay, and I give you guys really positive affirmations like this particular one, which is a yellow, canary yellow candle. I got the 8 ounce here with me today, and this is the lemon verbena candle. And the affirmation on this candle states, clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace and perfect way. Clear my mind so I can open my heart. So when you start going through transformational energy, guys, you're going to have something going to show up in your sight, your hearing, your touch, your taste, your smell. Something's going to get ignited. Yes. You know what? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Hey, I don't know what's going on today. I'm not even touching this damn thing. Did you hear me? Okay. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I do not know what's happening, but we'll do some filler at the end or fill it up a little later, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. We're having some technical side here on the k4hd.com. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. But the show isn't complete. It will be completed. All right. And that's what's important because when you're affirming, and this is a good affirmation for this episode, is clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace in a perfect way. You just saw right now, and it's happened to me. This is the second time for this podcast that somehow my mic is going numb on k4hd.com. And I don't even know why, because literally I'm not touching the system. Once we set up, I leave it alone. But I'm live on YouTube now, and I'm on TikTok now. Thank you guys for joining me on the TikTok. And we're talking about how do you know if your affirmations are working. So I'm going to continue, and this episode will be complete. Okay, I promise you that, under grace and perfect way. But how do you know your affirmations are working? God gave us five senses. Five: touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing, the whole nine. Those senses are used for us to survive. Okay, those senses are available to us so we know what's up. You smell a fire, you can taste something's bad, you can hear dumb shit. Okay, you can hear dumb shit from a mile away, and you can smell when something don't smell right. Now you could choose to ignore it because God knows if you don't want to hear something, you don't want to see something, you don't smell nothing. We know how to pretend like we don't know, do we not? That's the one thing I can say as humans. We can play that game with ourselves like we don't get it, we don't know, and just be complete assholes about things. But if you're affirming, and this affirmation is perfect, clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace in perfect way. And so it is. So you're asking for your mind to be clear, for you to open up your heart so you can communicate what you need. Is that not a clear affirmation of action and change and initiation? And I picked the yellow color because it rules communications, in my opinion. And the lemon verbena, when you get into affirmations and you start playing with your senses, you want your aromatherapy, guys. You want to have something to remind you of this choice, this lifestyle, this decision that you're making. And it's like the holidays. No matter where you are, when it comes to the holidays, there's always that one auntie or that cousin or that family opportunity that just brings a certain frequency to the house. You know, this something that just you look forward to it, and it only happens once a year. All right. So energetically speaking, if you could find a way to not only use your affirmation, but also listen to your senses, listen to what spirit is telling you. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. Okay? So that you can move to where you want to be, starting on the internal, because that's where the battle is. That's where the battle is. Now, astrology, which is one of the things that I have used for many, many years, which has also been around forever. It's been around forever. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But it does have key clues into the longitude and the latitude of when you were born and where the stars were aligned. It's not going against anybody's religion. It's just the fact that the stars were in a certain position when you decided to grace us with your presence. Now, you can ignore this information and think it's not a big deal because maybe it's not. But energetically, it is information to help you have some more insight about yourself, to see yourself maybe in a better light. Thanks, Yvette. So sweet. Thank you. But energetically, we have to know if we're affirming for something and then the universe is opening up the doors, we have to have that courage to walk through those doors, right? We have to have that courage to know what the next level is. And that's why I'm saying when you're doing your affirmation and you're getting something pinging off of your five senses and things are moving toward what you're asking for, that's your signal that the affirmations and the aromatherapy is working. Now, I'm going to be starting a free monthly astrology, just my tidbits on for each sign. You will have to opt in. It is going to be a new program. We're just putting it out. But I feel like if you can have a little bit more insight about yourself, then you can make a better choice. Now, it's a general, for me to have an accurate accounting of you, what you need, you'd have to do a natal chart with me. Okay. And that's a birth chart. We call it natal in astrology land. All right. And it basically constructs when you were born, and it's like an x-ray. It gives me a picture of your strengths and your weaknesses, and some things you may like, some things you may not like. But it helps me set up understanding things about you that you may not understand about yourself. Now, you can deny and say it doesn't matter, it's all good, but those particular charts with the clients I've worked with have seen significant changes in growth. I can honestly say the clients that I have worked with that wanted to do their part, that agreed to move forward, they've seen their lives improve because change is happening. Now, you can either go with it or you can deny it, but affirming for what you want at least puts you on the pathway of what you're asking for in your physical existence, right? So, this affirmation I give to you from my heart, absolutely free. Clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace in a perfect way. And so it is. Just try it for a couple of days. Just actually sit and just say the affirmation and see how you feel. You never know. You never know what the universe has in store for you, but you know what? You're not going to find out by not thinking positive about yourself. That I do know. When you're around individuals that are not happy, that are not moving forward for whatever reasons, oh, thank you, Yvette, you're so sweet. You can't help them before you help yourself. So, it's spiritual coach Ari Mac. And these guys, oh, Eminem and LL, whoo. We got one more segment, and I'm going to tell you about your astrology for the week coming up. So come on back after the break. Okay. Oh boy, we got some interesting. Hi, and how are you doing, guys? Over here. Thank you, Yvette, so much. Love you. So now we're going to go into the astrology. Okay. And oh, okay, I see what's happening. There's all these little technical things you got to deal with sometimes. All right, one segment up. Ah. Okay. Mm. Okay. And we are going to start this puppy. As you can see, I don't have any candles going right now. How weird is that, right? It's almost the same, isn't it? Whew. Thank you, Olivia. And we're back on kprhd.com, spiritual coach Ari Mac. We're also on TikTok Live and on my YouTube under spiritual coach with Ari Mac. So join us there as well. Okay, so we're going to do some astrology. We're talking about how the affirmations work. And I think I hit it home pretty well, but I do want to recap just because we sometimes need to have things said more than once. When your affirmations are working, one of your five senses will be activated. Okay. And if you choose to use your own personal aromatherapy, because you do not have to go with my suggestion, even though it'd probably be easier for you. I'm an expert, been doing this for over 20 years. You would find that you'll start creating the vibration around yourself. So even if you've had those anxieties, and trust me, we all do, and even if you've had like a lot of things not work out, we've been there. When things start working out and things start coming together, you find yourself on the other side of not having anything to have anxiety about. You actually find yourself achieving your goals. You actually find yourself being satisfied and possibly setting new goals for yourself. Now, I've been a spiritual coach for quite some time, and affirmations, aromatherapy, and astrology is my expertise. When you combine those together and you follow that balance and the structure with whatever it is that you want to do, because it's all about choice, the ambiance, the emotional stability, the confidence that you start building because you're doing the work on self and you're not allowing doo doo, which is a bunch of bullshit, to come into your existence. That's how you know affirmations are working. Now, today's affirmation is from the Candles by Ari collection. It's the Lemon Verbena Communication Candle. And lemon, as you know, is very, very, very bright. This is canary yellow. I have the 8 ounce for those that are on the radio. You can go to candlesbyari.com and check it out. And the lemon verbena is not just lemon, it's a very sharp lemon, very pungent, because it opens up your throat chakra so that you can actually salivate. People, a lot of times, like literally salivate when they smell something that's very good to them. Now, the affirmation that goes with this particular candle is clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace in a perfect way. And so it is. Clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace in a perfect way. And so it is. This is a blessing because you're asking for your mind to be cleared, opening your heart, and communicating all in one swoop. Now, how you communicate is going to be up to you. And with each sign, like the air sign is more of an intellectual sign because it's air. Earth is more physical, so they just need a little bit difference. Water, very emotional, just the way that it goes. And fire needs action. Now, however your chart falls, that's kind of how your behavior is going to be. So your Mercury could be in an air sign, and then your moon could be in a earth sign. Okay, so those things have to work together for them to conjive. And sometimes we have things called squares. Yeah, you know what a square is? It's just like it sounds. Sometimes it's not a round circle. It's got the sharp edges, and you have to stop and be precise. And you know, but it's mandatory sometimes for structure to take place. Because when structure takes place, guys, manifestation starts coming through. And when manifestations comes through, man oh man, your world is your oyster. Very few things can throw you off your game because your head is clear, your heart is clear, and your mind is clear. So we're going to start this candle together. I'm going to say it one more time. This is the affirmation. Clear my mind so I can open my heart to communicating my needs under grace in perfect way, and so it is. So it is. We all can use a little bit of clarity, openness, and communication. There you go. Yay. But like I say, guys, you got to want this. You have to be engaging. You have to ask spirit, and don't get pissed when things don't go the way you prefer. It will be challenging. Do not, don't think for 1 minute you're going to get out of jail card free. No, no. But you regulate your mind. See, this is where your noggin, where things can go left or right. Hey, Skittles. Mm-hmm. But it's totally up to you based on your emotional criteria. Now, this Sunday we will be having meditation class, and I said earlier that we're probably going to be opening the schedule on that. So definitely, if you haven't, definitely opt in so that you can have the information as we roll out all this new stuff. Now, I am going to be starting a monthly free astrology, and that's just my take. It's just a general. I have over 500 people in my database, so I think I can pull some good data. But if you want a more specific, accurate chart for you, you'd have to get a natal chart, which is a birth chart. Okay, and that's available at candlesbyari.com. Or you can just go online and pull it yourself and start interpreting your chart. It's up to you. The information is available. But when you look at that, it gives you an idea of your skeleton. What I'm going to be giving is here, I just do overall general. I'm not going to say I'm going to be 100% like boom, boom, but it will have some information that could be pertinent to that particular sign. And I'll try to do a high and low, but we're working all that good stuff out now. So definitely look for the opt-in on that, because that is happening. As I said, Sunday is meditation class, which will be what, the 20th, 19th. Wow. Can you believe October is almost done? We're coming to the end. I'm based in Los Angeles, California, and today it's gray, a little hazy. It's like 68. We used to sunny weather, but we knew, at least I knew, when it got really, really hot a couple of weeks ago, that this is our time, because time change is coming up here too in about 2 weeks. So not only is the season changing, but the time is going to be changing. So everybody's going to be a little nutty on that. Now we are leaving our Libra. So hope you guys, you Libras, had a really, really good time, because we are going into Scorpio this weekend. It's actually starting to transition right now. Now, everybody thinks Scorpio has bad rap, and no, it just has us looking at the details. Now, I'm going to give you some quick astrology here, because I don't want to leave the show without saying Mercury is in Scorpio as we speak. And it will enter Sagittarius on November 20th. But right now we're in Scorpio. So Venus is in Sagittarius, Mars is in Cancer, Jupiter is retrograding in Gemini, Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, Uranus is retrograding in Taurus, Neptune is also retrograding in Pisces. So there's two Pisces planet, one of their own planet, Neptune, retrograding, and Pluto is in Capricorn. And it's going to be entering Aquarius very soon on 19th. And I just see a lot of stuff, just expansion, expansion, expansion. So for my water signs, that's my Pisces, my Scorpios, and my Cancers, you need to definitely make sure you're paying attention to your dreams, because your is vivid right now. You have such a sharp and if you do have a dream or something that you want to do, you need to pray on it and ask for guidance during your sleep. Just say, hey, sweet spirit, show me the best way to handle this. For my fire signs, which is my uh, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, love could be knocking on your door right now, to be honest with you, because you have Venus in Sagittarius. That's very generous. That's where my Venus sits. Explains a lot. And, with this Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces, I mean, it's a lot of mutable there. So for you guys, it would be a good time for you just to take a little bit more action towards the people that you love. So if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, family member, married, people that you just care for, maybe stop and give them a little card, or take them out for a drink, or bring them an extra treat. It doesn't matter what it is, really. It's just the thought of giving that would make their heart bleed. They would just bleed. They just, oh my God, thank you so much. Especially because you always seem to be so busy, fire, and sometimes you kind of forget to be, a little courteous, but we still love you. Still love you. And then we have the earth. Now, the earth is my Taurus, my Virgo, and my Capricorn. Looking at what's happening, Taurus is still catching, I say, a lot of unexpected challenges, but in a good way, just to help them move forward. They may even have some realizations about things they need to change, which is kind of cool. Water is still running it. So with my earthy people, I would just listen more than you speak, because you're still running that little up and down river. It's not a bad thing, but water's not going to be coming up for another 2 cycles. I mean, excuse me, Earth won't be coming up for another 2 cycles. So I would think it would be a good time for you to really tune into what your true needs are, Earth. Like, what is your true goal? What is your expectation? What do you want to see happen going into the latter part of this year, beginning of next year? And okay, of course, finally, we got my air, my Libra, my Gemini, and my Aquarius. Overall, you look pretty good with the Jupiter still being in Gemini. That's giving you an extra little kick. You still got a lot of emotional stuff coming out with that Mercury and Scorpio. So, for my intellectual air signs, this will be a good time for you just to take initiation to self soothe. Go someplace that's meditative, maybe take a walk. Really get out of your head so much and just see what's going on around you. Really, really pay attention to your basic surroundings. You'd be very surprised and maybe find some things that you didn't expect. Okay. It's never a dull moment around here. It's Rich Coach Ari Mac. That's it, my love. That's all I got for today. Thanks so much for joining. Hey, you know where I am. We got over 300 episodes up on iHeart. Please check it out. You need my assistance, go to spiritualcoacharimac.com or catch me at countlessbyari.com. And stay blessed. Bye.